So, I'm in a fast food drive-thru. That seems like the perfect place to talk about Top Chef. Top Chef is like, I think I might have mentioned it before when I did the video about, hold please. I gotta be safe and only like video while I'm stationary. But, so I think that I mentioned in the video that I did about the shows that you should be watching if you love Top Chef, that I love Top Chef. I mean, Top Chef is probably my favorite show. When I hear that, excuse me, I just went for a walk and I'm always post-nasal drippy, so I don't really know what that has to do with the walk, but walking, works that up a little bit, I guess. Anyway, you didn't come here to hear about my snot, so, the emotion that I can best equate it to when I hear that Top Chef, the new season, is upon us, or like that I've forgotten that it's coming and I just see that it's on the DVR, would be akin to being a kid coming downstairs on Christmas morning to see what Santa has left. Like that level of excitement. That joy, that excitement, that glee, that life is amazing feeling because Santa came. And then Santa came and left Top Chef on my DVR. So that's the closest that I can tell you about it. So I just want to talk about Top Chef right now. I want to see, we're down to 7, I think, because I just did Restaurant Wars with 4 on each team. So I want to talk about that episode. And I also want to guess who the top 4 are going to be, which is, that would have been good to, that would have really tried to show something if I tried to guess the top 4 when we had however many did we start with, 13 or something. So I want to do that and talk about some of the feels that I have about this show. And there was something else I was going to say, I don't remember. But anyway, to be continued. Okay, without looking at my list of people who are on the show right now, I mean, you should be able to remember the 7 people who are left. Let's see if I can do it. Ashley, Luke, Damar, Nick, Buddha, Evelyn. Oh, and, oh my God, Jay. Okay, so my top 4 are going to be Damar, Nick, Evelyn, Buddha. I think those are my favorite people. I don't dislike anybody. I don't understand, let me talk about the bad stuff first. I don't understand how Luke has lasted as long as he's lasted. Because if I recall correctly, Luke was the one who in the very first episode didn't even get plated on the thing. Hold please. Okay, back home. Eat my Taco Bell. It was delicious. But it wasn't as good as the last time because I got some nacho fries, because they do these nacho fries with black beans on them and some sour cream. And they just weren't as good. So that's what I get for, picking out and eating nacho fries. Still good. Also my standard bean burrito, sour cream, extra onions, 5 stars, always. That's my go-to, in case somebody was wondering what my go-to was at Taco Bell. Anyway, back to Top Chef. I think that there's a chance, though, that Sarah could continue to do what she's doing on Last Chance Kitchen and come on in and also be in the top 4. Not sure who I would kick out of the top 4 for Sarah, but, I think that Last Chance Kitchen makes you pretty hungry. Remember Kristen Kish winning all the Top Chef, the Last Chance Kitchen, and then coming and winning the whole thing. So, anyway, I can't remember if I already talked about Luke, and I literally was just talking like 5 minutes ago. But yes, I feel like he's just always lucks out that somebody is making something that's worse than his. Yeah. So let me talk about Jackson here for a minute. Jackson is giving me probably the most intense feels of the season, from the very first episode where he came on and said, I had COVID a few weeks ago, I can't taste anything or smell anything, and I'm not going to tell anybody. which I thought was kind of less than, obviously it's not honest, it's a lie of omission. On the one hand, is it anybody's business? But on the other hand, when you're on a team challenge, it is. And I'll get to when it really, really, really got to me. So the thing that killed me about, I just found him very annoying that he was like, I have this, I can't even taste or anything. I'm not going to tell anybody. And then in challenge after challenge, he kept doing well, which made me want to punch him in the face. And I just found that incredibly annoying. It's like you're killing it and you're not even able to taste your food. And then when he really killed me was in this last episode when somebody asked if they had tasted like Luke's curry or something, I think it was. And people were just like nodding and asked him about the seasoning. And Jackson was like, I thought it was a little over seasoned. I think that's what he said. And I was just like, are you kidding me right now? You know what would have been a perfect time for you to not say anything? Would have been right then. Like, to just not say anything. And then everybody's face when they're in the stew room and he's telling them finally that he can't taste anything. Everybody's face was priceless. When Buddha was like, plot twist, I was like, I died. I love Buddha. So, anyway, this episode, Restaurant Wars, I felt like Jackson, first of all, okay, when we first picked teams, because they just literally did it like, we're just going to pick teams. I think Padma called it like schoolyard something or other. So I was like, wow, 3 of my top people are all on the same team. So if this team lands in the bottom, I'm going to be crushed, because it was Ashley, Buddha, Nick, and Damar. So let me just take this a second to talk about Ashley. I am very conflicted with Ashley because I want to like Ashley. I want to root for her, and she did great on this episode, obviously. But I feel like she's put up a lot of mediocre food or just made some technical stuff where, like when she went to Last Chance Kitchen and beat Sarah, like I was disappointed. I wanted Sarah to be able to come back because I thought that Sarah had been cooking better food just in general. So I'm very conflicted about how I feel about Ashley, but whatever. I'm glad she was on the team with these people because I really do think that she helped them be successful. So, I mean, spoiler alert for everything. We already know, like, that in that team won. I can't remember who I was ever even going to talk about, so hold on for just a second. Okay. Let me just go on to talk about Jackson and Restaurant Wars. Now, I have seen every single episode of Top Chef ever. I started watching Top Chef season 6, but once I fell in love with Top Chef, I went back on Hulu and watched every single season of Top Chef. So I really can't figure out a way to hold this camera today to like just not make me feel like I have a gigantic potato just sitting on top of my shoulders. So if I adjust it some more, that's why. Anyway, so it was as if Jackson bought a book that said everything that you should do to like fail at Restaurant Wars. He chooses to be front of house because he's used to doing front of house is at his restaurant, but then he doesn't even like come and talk to them and tell them about the food. He leaves them a note that says welcome judges and doesn't even welcome them himself. And it's like, what is happening right now? What is happening? So I have to say that on the one hand, I'm glad that Jackson got the boot, but on the other hand, I'm shocked that it wasn't Luke. Luke is seriously just like, he is like, I feel like he's just skated again this whole freaking season. Anyway, let me talk about why I like the people that I do like. Damar, I think, has been like putting out excellent food from the beginning. Nick just seems, from the beginning, Nick seemed like just such a nice person, and he's also making terrific food. Buddha, how can you not love Buddha? Like when he was saying if he was going to win that money, he was going to give it to his pug for eye surgery. His accent, his face, he's just adorable, and he really has some amazing technique. And then Evelyn, I just adore Evelyn, and she's made food that looks absolutely delicious and that I would love to eat. So, I think that I'm gonna call it right now that I want those to be my top four. If those aren't my top four, I'm gonna be crushed with Sarah as an alternate on the top four. So, anyway, one person that I liked in the beginning was Sam, because I thought that he was just absolutely adorable. Little guy, and I'm not even sure if he's a little guy, but he gives me little guy energy. Maybe, but then I'm 6 feet tall and big, so like everybody is kind of little to me. I really was liking Sam until the challenge that he went out on, where he grilled the potatoes and then tried to make, and the reason he grilled them was because I can't remember what he was planning to do with them, that like he hadn't cooked before, or I don't remember what the deal was, but it was a time thing. He was trying to make it for a long time and grilling these, and then tried instead, when he got in front of the judges and he was like, basically like, this is what I meant to do, and you got to try new things, and instead of saying, man, like the time got me and I knew this was going to be a fucking disaster. And then I was like, when he didn't do it that way, I was like, something is wrong with your brain, and it's time for you to go. So that was unfortunate. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Let me know who you guys are rooting for, if there's anyone in particular you're rooting for at this point to take the whole thing. I can't say right now. I'm going to have to wait a couple weeks and say, because I really do love all those four that I mentioned. So I feel like there was something else I wanted to say about the show, but I don't remember. I just love it so much. And if you've never watched Top Chef, I really think that you should go watch Top Chef, because it's a lot of fun. Like I said, my very favorite. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening, you guys. I just rambled on for a really long time. I'm tired. I think I'm going to go take a nap. Okay, bye.